Alright you guys, this video is about getting up, getting out, and seizing your day. It's about not living for tomorrow, but living today to build a better tomorrow. You can't just like jump in to some type of future. You have to work towards it. Whether it is a job, something within yourself, a friendship, anything. You have to work towards it. You have to take steps towards tomorrow today. So, get out of bed, stop doing whatever you're doing that's super not productive, and start being productive. If you're unhappy where your life is, you're gonna have to take steps towards a new chapter. You can't just start a book at chapter 5. You have no idea what's going on. You have to take the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get to chapter 5 in life, okay? There's no just like jumping to the middle of a novel. That's not how reading works. I don't know if you guys have read lately, but that's just not how reading works. Remember in school when you were reading a book for class and you just absolutely hated it, but you had to read it in order to be done with your homework? And so you like count through all the pages. Oh, I have 9 pages left until I can actually go do what I want to do or before I can get to the next chapter. You have to flip each one to get where you want to go. And in this case, with your homework, it's doing something else other than that, obviously. That's kind of what life is like sometimes. You see what you want to go do, but you have to get through all of this other stuff in order to get there first. You have to do the work first to be able to get to what you actually want to do, which is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes, but it's reality. Like, you can't just wake up one day, alright, I'm gonna go be a CEO of a company. No, you gotta like work up towards that. That's just how it works. Sorry. Example, it's if I wanted to come up with the greatest gluten-free donut recipe, I would have to work really hard on that, right? I couldn't just dream about the ingredients and the measurements I was gonna use, right? So I would make my first batch and they'd probably be okay, but not the best. And so what I would have to do is every day I would have to work on that recipe. So I would have to work with altering each and every ingredient and measurement to see which one is going to make it the best, whether it's reducing a certain teaspoon to a half a teaspoon. But I'm going to have to do it with each and every ingredient, and it's going to be small steps that I'm going to take every single day to find out what the best recipe is for my gluten-free donuts. Hopefully that helps. It's taking those little steps, and in the end, like, everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, these are the best donuts ever. I don't even know how she came up with this. And I'm like, man, it took me a year. Like, it took me a year to get this recipe because every single day I had to experiment with something else. Baking times, baking styles, different donut makers, you know, just different things. And every day working one step closer to come up with what my final, like, end goal was. And so I really want to encourage you guys to live now, but also make steps now for that future that you're dreaming of. Because if you don't, you're never ever going to reach it. You're just going to be dreaming, and then you're going to be bummed that you missed out on it because you never took steps towards it. Because it's impossible to get anywhere if you just stand there, okay? It's literally impossible to get anywhere. If we stay constant where we are and what we're doing, that's what we're going to continue to get. That's plain and simple. If you're unhappy where you're at, obviously what you're doing is not productive towards a different type of lifestyle. You have to make a change, and you have to risk your comfortability. You have to seize moments, say yes to things, obviously with some censorship, but if you find yourself saying, this could be, or this would be, I should, oh, that looks, like, no, just go do it. Like, I want you to say, like, we did this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do. Let's go. Let's get out. Let's go do something. Change up your life. If you're unhappy, you have to change something. And like I said, you have to risk your comfortability. These days, it's so easy to be uncomfortably comfortable. I know that sounds bizarre, but it's true. What I mean is, there are ways to distract ourselves these days, and we don't even realize we're doing it. There's ways to distract ourselves from our sorrows, our boredom, our discomfort, depression, misery, aspirations, desires, hopefulness. Like, there's distractions everywhere. What I'm talking talking about is television, Instagram, video games, iPhone games, Tumblr. Psh, even for me, when I was younger, like Neopets. I'm not kidding. I've been addicted to medias for my entire life. That's the truth. And there's so many distractions around us. Oh, Netflix. There's another one. Netflix. We don't even realize that we're doing it to ourselves. We think that we're entertaining ourselves when really half the time we go there because we're bored or we're lonely or whatever. So often I just see people sitting there like just scrolling, super blank-faced, and what we're doing is we're just distracting our minds from a dull moment. And we end up, I don't know about you guys, but I end up feeling kind of crappy after it. I'm like, man, I've either just compared myself to like a million people, or I've seen someone else's life and I'm like, I want to go do that, but I don't because I'm stuck inside looking at people doing it instead. I want to tell you guys about a story about my time in Texas when I took time off from school. What I soon came to realize was at times that I was feeling depressed or anxious or overwhelmed or lonely, I had this like yearning to go watch television, or this yearning to open up my computer screen. And it helped me realize ways that I was coping with depression and with my depression and anxiety that weren't healthy. And so it was showing me that instead of actually like seeing what was causing me to be depressed or anxious, I was just masking it by distracting my brain so I would just forget that I was unhappy with whatever I was thinking about. So whether you are in the heat of summer, or you're in the middle of a busy school year or busy work year, or you're just sitting at home bored and lonely or frustrated right now, write down a goal and take steps towards it. We're all at different places, we're all taking steps towards different goals, and our goals look different, but if you're unhappy where you're at, you're obviously gonna need to change something, or else you're gonna keep getting the same results. That's so important to remember. For me, my goals right now is I want to film more videos. I want to film videos like this, and it's been a month since I've been home from summer, and I'm frustrated as heck that I have totally slacked on that, and because that was one of my summer goals. Dang it, you know? But I have 2 more months left, and I'm gonna just seize the day. I have a lot planned and I want to do it, and I just have to get my butt out of bed and do it, right? I'm gonna tell you what my goals used to be first, before I started to find recovery within my illnesses, my depression and my anxiety. And those goals were simple. They were just going outside some days, you know, or my goal was to go to a social event or something. Going outside, being social, going to church, calling up a friend, not watching TV to cope, things like that. Those were my goals for a really long time because I could not get past my anxiety and depression. But since then, my goals have gone to new levels. Now it's to make new friends in my hometown while I'm home from college. It's to film videos, go on more bike rides, make business cards for myself, things like that. And they're all goals that are going to take me to different directions. Like, I want business cards so I can start building my own business or getting the word out of my blog or whatever I end up wanting to do with my life. Bike rides. I want to go experience nature and have wind blown in my face repeatedly for an hour. I want to film videos because I'm really passionate about this. I'm really passionate about seeing our generation escape our addictions to things and moving past and like powerhousing life. Like, that's super rad and we can do it. And so please let me know what your goals are for this summer. Write them below in the comments because I want us to be able to keep each other accountable. So whether it's a summer goal, a week goal, a day goal, a month or a year, please just leave it down below because I want to know what it is, and I want all of us to be like a super awesome team and become friends and keep each other accountable. So please do that. Subscribe to my channel because I swear I'm posting more videos. I'm gonna do it. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this was helpful. I love you guys and I hope you have a great week, and blessings to everyone. Bye!